Welcome to this week Astro-therapy update. I'm Virginia, a holistic healer and astrologer, hence the holistic astrologer, guiding you on how to better use these energies. And this week we have two main highlights, the Mercury Cazimi in Taurus and the new moon in Taurus right after. So Mercury Cazimi occurs when Mercury is within 1 degree of the sun, where it's said to be burned clean to be reborn. And this lasts from the 13 to the 15, but is exact on the 14. In ancient astrology, this was considered to be the most powerful and purified position a planet could occupy. The planet doesn't just conjunct the sun, it becomes one with it, illuminated and crowned by the rays of the sun. So when Mercury, the planet of the mind, communication, the planet of perception, sits on the lap of the sun, that is the ruler of the heart, in Taurus, that is a fixed earth sign of grounding and embodiment, the mind slows down, overthinking stops, and what remains is a gut feeling, an unshakable truth that we feel in our bones. So there's no shortcut between what we feel and what we think, because body, mind, and spirit becomes aligned. And the answer we were seeking are almost uncomfortably simple. It's about, what do you really value? What do you truly need? What have you been thinking about but not dare saying? Now, Taurus rules the throat, so when you don't express, it gets stuck into a blockage, creating weakness and deficiency. But with Mars, the aggressor, conjunct Chiron, the wounded planet, we are afraid to have a conversation because someone can get upset, or someone can get hurt, or we can get hurt. But this is not the time for strategy. This is the time for the honest conversation. One decision made from a truth, and surprisingly, there's no confusion. So listen to the body's wisdom, the intelligence that doesn't need data to know that it's true because you can actually feel it. This is the energy you want to have the conversation, make a proposal, launch, ask for your raise, you name it. Now, Taurus is not interested in theory, abstraction, or speculation. It wants real, solid, dependable, something that can be touched, tasted, and trusted. Taurus reminds us that the mind does not just live in the head alone, it lives in the whole body. In Chinese medicine, we say that the mind rests in the heart, and this was the same in ancient Egypt with the first alchemist. In alchemy, we call this the Mercury principle, the fluid intelligence that moves through matter, carrying information from one layer to the other. But when that intelligence is being illuminated directly by the sun and then incinerated, calcined, purified, and clarified, whatever has been murky has the potential to become clear in this day. And this energy ushers the new moon in Taurus right after on the 16th, carrying the energy forward. Now, the new moon is in conjunction with the fixed star Algol, the Medusa head symbolizing the losing of the head, metaphorically speaking. And sometimes even literally, we may have some news on the world stage, but I don't want to put that out there or open that Pandora box. On a personal level, that star also rules alcohol, so stay clear of substances at this time, especially with the Chiron-Mars conjunction in areas which could indicate accidents, especially affecting the head. Otherwise, something that makes you lose your mind could trigger a new resolution for a new beginning that can manifest in the next 6 months. And the new moon is in conjunction with Mercury, that by this time is combust, so a little bit overwhelmed. But the new moon is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and diplomacy, which happens to be in an aversion with the new moon, so not affecting it directly, but is in a mutual reception with Mercury since they are on each other's sign. So when you have the planet of communication working with the planet of love, it's quite lovely and benefits new relationships too. And Mercury is also the merchant planet, and Venus is also the luxury and the money that rules money. And Taurus is the sign that rules the second house of income and values. So this can be quite auspicious as well. So it favors new enterprises. Now Mercury is at the midpoint of Mars, the cosmic warrior, and Venus, so together the cosmic lovers, in a benefic sextile. So Mercury is assisting with communication among opposing forces, from the individual to the collective, from the lovers to the enemies. Now, Mars is very strong because it's in rulership in Aries and is still with a stellium of 4 planets, so there's a lot of momentum, especially because we have 3 planets in dignity, with the Moon and Jupiter also exalted, and all planets are direct except for Pluto. Now, Pluto is triggering transformation, and I spoke about it in my previous episode if you want to expand on that. And the new moon is also in conjunction with Uranus, the planet of surprises, fresh into Gemini, the sign of communications and peers, ruled by Mercury. And Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, taking everything to the next level. And the moon will enter Gemini and conjunct Uranus right after the new moon, and Mercury will follow suit on the next day, making this the first activations of this new energy that is Uranus. Uranus is electric, is the planet that looks like an antenna, and it strikes like lightning, so it's unexpectable, it's unpredictable. So by definition, I cannot tell you how it will play out, but it's quite exciting. And Uranus is part of this ongoing mini trine of the outer planets, assisting with the awakening of the collective, which at this point is inevitable and quite frankly overdue. So for once, I'm quite happy about any breakdown that can lead to a breakthrough, and I see that with my patients on a daily basis. If this resonates with you, please subscribe for weekly updates, and if you want to know how this will play out for your sign, sign up for my weekly horoscope newsletter at virginiakelly.com/astrology. Thank you. See you in the next one.